Enjoy.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for coming this evening. In front of you is our grade 6 beginner orchestra. So almost every single kid in this group has started playing their string instrument this year. This is the only ensemble that I'm aware of in Middletown where we go from never having picked up the instrument to playing in a full ensemble with multiple parts in the same school year. So they have to work harder, and they really did a great job of working harder than they're used to, really, because what they're doing is very, very, very unique. You will hear in their first song that they have 4 different parts. So they went from this fall playing in unison, and now you have a cello part, a viola part, and 2 separate violin parts. Mrs. Scow asked if I should bring the mic on stage. I really should have. Our next song is Canon in D. This also introduced a full octave of playing. 4th grade musicians, when they start in their band instruments, they typically only learn about 4 notes for the school year. For our 6th grade orchestra, they've learned 8. So that's double as much as usual, and they've done a fantastic job with this.
Congratulations, Orchestra 1 and Mr. Shigru. Can we hear a round of applause for them again? They did such, I'm so proud of them. By the way, good evening, my name's Farrah Scala. I am the K-12 music department head. I am also one of the choir teachers here. Guys, we're gonna go out the back door. But Mr. Shagru came in, as you remember when you were here last, Miss Pinar was still here. So Mr. Shagru came in, took over the reins, and has been doing a great job getting to know your students. If you notice, they were really reading their music very well. We've been working a lot on that. We've been working on our bow holds and all of the things to make them even better musicians than they already are. So let's hear it for Mr. Shagru. All right, we are going to transition them off, and our 6th grade select band will be with you in just a moment. Thank you for your patience. That's right. I like the spirit.
Ta-da. Oh, it's on. Okay. Hi, everybody. My name is Megan Busaith, and I'm the 6th grade band teacher here at Beman. It's been my absolute privilege to work with your students this year. And I don't say that lightly. They've learned a lot and taught me a lot. It's been really fun. So this select group, this select band started as a couple of kids saying, like, can we learn some harder music? Which you never hear that, right? I'm like, absolutely. But the only time we can fit it in our schedule is after school. So they started coming after school a little bit. We invited some friends. We opened it up to anyone that wanted to join us. And we got the select band. So we're just kind of playing for fun. We meet after school for about 45 minutes once a week. And the kids are, sorry, I'm like out of breath. I was running in the hallway. The kids are involved in a lot of other activities. So they come when they can. So this is really just a fun performance for us. And we're going to play Firework by Katy Perry. up, and then you'll see them again in a minute. Okay, that was Escape, our Pina Colada song. You may recognize that from All City. I'll give a little encore performance of that. We worked really hard on that song, so we wanted to play it again for you. And it's been a fun one for us to just kind of play when we have a few minutes at the end of class. This is, like I said before, this has been a really great group of kids. I asked a lot of them. We asked a lot of them. They come to Beman. We asked a lot of them. We have a December concert. We have All City. We have the spring concert. We have a parade in a couple of weeks. It's a lot. And this year we put together the band tour. And they've just kind of rolled with the punches and done it all. So I've been super impressed with the growth that I've seen this year. This next song is called Groovy. And this song has tons of percussion, so you're going to hear a lot of percussion. It's pretty fast. The challenge with this song is keeping everyone together. As you can see, this is a very large group, and we fill up the whole stage. So if somebody is looking at their music like this, they're in their own little bubble. So we're working on that, keeping the group together, so we're playing at the same speed all together. It's also difficult because it has sections where there's 6 different things happening at a time. And in beginning band, we have everyone plays the same thing. We play unison, Mary Had a Little Lamb, Hot Cross Buns. In December, I try to choose music that has maybe 2 or 3 parts happening at a time. And now we're up to 6, and it'll just get more and more as they get older and continue to play. They'll have 12 or 14 parts happening at the same time. So that's a challenge. They're totally different parts, so they really have to know their part and play it well. And they've been doing that. So this is Groovy. Okay, also, this may sound silly, but we really have to appreciate how we got on the stage today. We practiced that a lot, lining up and getting on the stage. And we use 40 minutes of practice time during school just practicing that. Which is not because it needs to look so great, but it's because we need to get 150 people on the stage without killing anyone. So I appreciate their work on that. And while we're talking about other things behind the scenes, we have an adjudication coming up. So adjudication is just a fancy word in the music world for being judged, playing a performance and being judged. And this is coming up at the end of May. This last piece, Groove, and the next one we're going to play are the pieces we're going to play for that adjudication. And it's kind of like a test in the music ensemble world to kind of see how we're doing. And we're getting graded on 5 different categories. So we have tone quality, intonation, which is are we playing in tune, rhythm, technique, and interpretation is kind of like a catch-all for was your performance musical. So the first song that we played, Groovy, is kind of our fast and loud song. And then this next song, Peace, is supposed to be our contrasting piece. This song is a huge risk for us, for 6th grade in general. 6th grade likes to play loud and fast, and this is slow and lyrical, and we've talked about that in class a lot. Peaceful, serene. You don't really think peaceful when you think beginning band, right? But we're trying. They're working on dynamics, playing quieter. That's a skill they develop as they get older. When we're young and we're just trying to make a noise, we just make as much noise as we can. You probably heard that noise at home. So we're working on playing quieter now, having more control over our sound. And then finally, just making music. Not just noise, making music. And we have worked very hard on this, and we had some really beautiful things happening in rehearsal, and I hope we can bring them to you tonight. This is Peace. Okay, this is where I get to pretend I just won an Oscar and give a bunch of thank yous. And I hope I don't leave anyone out. I do need to thank the school community at Beman. We have asked a lot. Like I said, we had a lot of performances. We had a lot of rehearsals. The students we did on the band tour. That was 3 days in a row. We're going to different elementary schools. It was crazy. So I appreciate the school for working with us and being accommodating. The sixth grade teachers, all of that. The music department here for supporting these students and me. Middlesex Music Academy, if you haven't been there, they're amazing. They take care of all of our repairs. They get us reeds when we have no reeds. So Matt over at Middlesex Music Academy, give him your business. I want to thank the students. Like I said, it's been a year, and it's not over yet. We have like December, March, May. Those are like, in theater, they call it a hell week. That's like hell months for us. Like, it's a lot. And they've been here, and they've showed up, and they've done what they need to do. And I appreciate that. And then, of course, we want to thank you, our families, for being here, for helping your students with their instruments, listening to them practice, getting their instruments fixed, all those things that you do as a music parent, being here to support them tonight. And all you people watching on YouTube. All right. Yes, and this last piece we're going to play for you is the song that we're going to play in the Memorial Day Parade. And again, we do a lot of work on this song, and sometimes you don't even hear it, because wherever you're parked for the parade, we're playing a cadence, and we march right by, and we don't play a single note. So we're going to play it for you today, a little preview of our Memorial Day Parade. We hope you can join us. In the next coming weeks, after this concert, we'll be practicing all the marching skills. And I wish we could show you some of that today, because a lot of it does not get seen. We only do like certain things at the very beginning of the parade to get them marching, right? So there's things like 10 hut and parade rest and horns up and marking time and all of that, which may mean nothing to you, and that's fine. But nobody sees it, because we do that all at the very beginning of the parade. And by the time you see us, we're in motion. That's the easy part, just moving our feet and playing our instruments. So we'll be practicing all those other things in the next couple weeks here at Beman. And the parade is Monday, May 26th. We hope you can join us. Come cheer your students on. Thank you for being here. Again, thank you for coming. We hope you have a great evening. We're going to end with First Patriotic Parade. If you look in your programs, there's a cute little QR code there. If your child is a band student, if you could just scan that QR code and let us know if they'll be at the parade so we can plan accordingly, that would be fabulous. I'm also going to send it out on Parent Square probably on Monday, so you can find it there too.
Could we have another round of applause for our 6th grade band and Mrs. Busey? They were so fabulous, right? Okay, well, Ms. Busaid said it all. We're so thankful that you're here to support your students, to support us, our program. We hope to see you at the Memorial Day Parade, maybe at one of our concerts for your older students. And have a great summer if we do not. Take care.